Okay. We are live now, and Happy, you can share your screen.
All right, thank you.
So we can start with your presentation.
All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I think you can hear me and see my screen. Can you confirm?
We can hear you, but we can't see your screen.
We can't. You haven't shared your screen yet, Happy.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everyone. Good.
Hello, Dr. Atima.
Hi, Trisha. Nice seeing you.
Nice to see you. We have 3 presentations scheduled for today. For all those who have joined now, one is Happy, one is Jean, and the third one is.
Yeah. And the third one is Kenny from South Sudan.
You're on mute.
The third person is
Can
Kenny
you see
from
my
South
screen?
Sudan. So as we wait for Kenny from South Sudan to join us, we shall have Jean from Kenya and Happy Mbewe from Malawi sharing with us the projects that they've been carrying out.
Great. So Happy, we can go ahead with your presentation. Thank you.
Who has this one?
This.
No, got no, going to go to recharge.
I think Happy has some network issues. Happy, can you hear us? You're freeze now.
All right. Screen?
We can hear you. You can start your presentation. We can see the screen as well. Happy, are you still with us? I think you're on mute, Happy, if you're speaking to us. And we can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. Hello?
Yeah, can you reshare your screen, please? And unmute yourself.
Okay. Just share screen. Hello, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Happy.
I'm looking. I don't know.
Happy, we lost you in between. Can you switch off your video and then try? Maybe the connectivity will be better. And please
Okay.
share your screen again.
All right.
Share with me this presentation. Okay.
All right.
We can see your
Is
screen now. Please.
able to be seen?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. My name is Happy Mbewe, and I am born and bred in Malawi. I welcome you to my presentation on the series of activities that I and my team carried out from 10th June 2022 to 22 of June 2022. So these activities were on the topic, the youth and green actions. So it's about the youth taking the lead in climate adaptation and mitigation actions. So we called it the youth and green actions to mean that we want to put in place actions that are green, that are climate friendly, but then driven and led by the youth. Yeah, so before we did all these activities, we had some preparations, and the preparations included one, planning, which was on a small round table with me and my team to plan how we can go about the activities. And two, it was meeting the local leaders, those local leaders that the activities would take place. For example, the chiefs, the pastors, the faith leaders, in short, the different local leaders that we have in the society that we are having an impact with our activities, we had to meet them. And three, it was selecting and engaging with the stakeholders, the people that we think are essential in our activities. We had to select who is who and engage with them. And four, it was mobilizing resources. And five, it was information dissemination to the areas that we were supposed to carry out the activities. And six, it was the implementing of the activity and monitor it. And at the end, it was to evaluate how we have gone and how much we have achieved. So to this one was done on 10 June 2024, which was submitted by to by the report. We indicated that the problem were 2022. So this session, in short, it was about inviting the youth. Actually, the youth that we invited here were not just youth, but they were the representatives of different environment youth organizations that are in our community. So we had to select some representatives from those disseminate information and train their subjects on the same, so that in that way we cover a bigger area. So this activity was done at the venue Katundu Primary School, which is Machinga district in Malawi. As I have said, it was done on 10 June 2022. And it was done between 4 p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. The theme was why the youth in climate change mitigation. So it was a motivation session that we were trying to enlighten one another with the youth to say how and why should the youth actually engage in climate mitigation and adaptation for the better of the community. So the participants, it was 36 attendees. These were, as I have said, the youth representatives, actually the leaders from 12 environment clubs that we have in our community. So these were the representatives from those clubs. So it was 19 male and 17 female. And the outcome was that the attendees at the end of the session had to outline key climate change challenges that their communities are facing. And when they outlined those challenges, we had to formulate a simple action plan to indicate what type of series of activities that we have to do in order to curb those impacts. So it was like at the end of the training, we had to drive a simple work plan to say, can we identify the key challenges, key climate challenges that we are facing? For example, floods, droughts, and all those aspects. We had to outline them and then drive a work plan to say how are we going to sort each and every challenge. So this was the outcome of the this youth education session. So in a fast manner, I will show you some pictures that we had to capture in the process. So during the youth climate education, these were some of all the pictures that were taken. So this is me lecturing. And at the end of the day, this is the message that the youth had to give Planet B, calling for each and everyone to care for the living earth. Yeah, so that was a part of the session. And then I welcome you to another activity, activity 2. This activity was also done on the same date, 10 June 2022. As I have already said, this was because the first activity had failed on its prior date of 6th. So we had to do it on the 10th because the venue was one. So because of the organizers of this venue, we had no much ado with them because this is the date that they gave us. So we just have to combine the activities and do them on the same time. So this activity was also done on 10 June 2022. It was about tree planting exercise. So after the classroom session with the attendees in activity 1, which was done from 1:30 p.m. After that activity, then this activity followed. So we did this activity with the same attendees, right? So the venue was Katundu Primary School. We planted these trees at the Katundu Primary School premises. So the headmaster and the school management committee had to give us a place where they think we can plant our trees. So it was done from 3:15 p.m. to 5:00 p.m. Participants, it was 36 in total, 19 male and 17 female. Number of trees that were planted, it was 56 trees. So the outcomes for this activity was that at the end of the activity, the youths designed a master afforestation work plan to be implemented in their respective environment clubs. So I've already alluded to these attendees that I had were the representatives of different environment clubs in the community. So after this exemplary tree planting, where we saw 56 trees planted, then they designed a work plan to implement the same in their respective environment clubs when they go back. So in short, these were some of the pictures that were taken on this activity, the tree planting session. This was a part of the team, right? Yeah, and this is just an exemplary pic or capturing the planting of the trees. Yeah, so at the end of the activity, after the classroom session and after the tree planting session also, this is the information that the youth had to give. So they moved around the markets, around the premise, telling people what they think and believe is true when it comes to climate change. So this was some of the information that they have to give around the venue of our activities. Yeah, so that was some of the messages. And now we have activity 3. This activity was done on 23 June 2022. It was cooking demonstrations. But this one does not actually appear on that form because it was a substitute for another activity. Only the report form, we indicated that we will have public cleanup exercise. But then this activity, we have not done it because we proposed as usual, because it's not our first time to conduct this kind of activity. So before we conduct it, we ask for personal protective equipment at our nearby health clinic. So when we gave them that pledge, they said, no, we cannot do it now because we have no much of that. So they gave us a later date. But the problem is the later date that they gave us was not within the time frame from 6th to, from 5th to 25th. It wasn't in this range. They gave us a date which was in July to say, okay, come in July on this date, you have all the PPEs available. But unfortunately, we couldn't wait for that. So we sat down and said, how can we go about it? So we resorted to substitute that activity with another activity which we think we have the resources. So we substituted with cooking demonstrations. So the cooking demonstrations, the essence of this demonstration in short is that we understand that food processing and food production is one of the factors which is leading to climate change. And the food production is a major factor in most of the communities. Every day people do burn charcoal. Every day they are burning fire. Much of the food is wasted, not in a good manner, leading to some changes in the climate itself. So we had to bring in this essence to train people the sustainable ways of food production and consumption. So this activity was done at the Masinde Clinic in Machinga district. It was done from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the theme was sustainable food production and consumption. And the participants, we had 23 cluster leaders. These leaders, when we say cluster leaders, is equally like village leaders. Because as I have indicated, is that for this activity, we worked with the clinic, with the health personnel. So the health personnel in their system, they don't follow villages as such, but they follow what they call clusters. So in each cluster, there is leaders, like exemplary households. So they call them cluster leaders. So we had to invite 23 of such cluster leaders who were 18 female and 5 male to do this demonstration together with the intention that when they go back to their clusters, they will continue to train their subjects on the same. So the outcomes for this training were that the trained cluster leaders designed a work plan to follow in order to we did all the recipes, all the food production techniques. At the end of the session, we had to draft a work plan to say, when we go back, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this in our respective clusters so that we continue to lengthen the chain of this information dissemination to the subjects. So this was the part of the activity. These are the women, mostly were women, because these are the people who mostly gone to the kitchen. Of course, it wasn't on that basis, we know, but then these are the people that they gave us that we can train. So this was part of the team. They showcased different recipes that we had to teach them. Yeah. Yeah, so in short, these were the 3 activities that we have conducted from 10th to 23rd of June 2022. So in a nutshell, the positives that we have seen, the positive side, the good part, that part that we need to work on, to continue to work on, that is that one, the turnout was good. In all our activities, the turnout was good. People showed patriotism in all activities that we did. And 2, the chiefs and the local leaders were cooperative. None of the leaders shown us maybe a negative attitude. Everybody was happy with the programs that we put on their table. And the 3, adoption of change was good. At the end of the sessions, all the attendees were happy with the new technologies, and they vowed to bring the change into their communities. They embraced this as little problems that are happening in their communities, and then they saw that the change was inevitable to them, so they had to adopt. And the 3, resource mobilization was there, although we had faced some hiccups here and there, but all in all, we were able to mobilize resources locally and make the programs run. And also, most of activities were carried out on time. Yeah, so when we, for example, after a failed, maybe when we fail one activity at its prescribed time, but then when we reschedule it, it was happening on the time as we have rescheduled. And lastly, sustainability of the change is guaranteed. So on this one, what we are trying to mean is that there's a surety that the change will live, because at the end, the people had to had to organize their own activity plan, work plan, in short, to continue the job in their respective communities. So it was like there is a surety indeed that the change is here and that it will live in that essence. And on the challenges, we can point out to 2 challenges. Firstly, it was limited resources, leading to failure of some activities. As we have indicated, the failure of the first activity, which was public cleanup campaign and exercise, that one failed because we had no PPEs, and the source where we asked for a hand, they also had not enough of that at that time. And also, secondly, it was COVID-19 restrictions. In these, most of our activities were we could be patronized, but then for example, this activity that we had done with the women, this cooking demonstration was done at a clinic. So they clearly told us that you cannot bring more than 30. So we had to bring the 23 as we have indicated. So we saw it as a challenge, of course, although the activity was able to be continued. And reaching this far, I thank you for your attention. This is the end of my presentation, but let me finish it with the quote from Marcus Garvey, who said, "The future is created one room at a time." So we don't underrate the little progress that we have made. We think and believe that if we may continue, more rooms, the future at the end will blossom. Thank you for your attention. Over to you.
Thank you, Happy. This was a great presentation. I have just one question. Can you tell us how many SDGs were you able to cover through all your activities? Have you checked that?
Yes, but maybe the most suitable one, which maybe we can indicate, is climate action.
Okay.
That could be the SDG that we have worked on so much. And of course,
okay.
Yeah, but that one should be, yeah.
Yeah. So you have mentioned in your impact form that you have covered climate action, life on land, and partnership to achieve goals. Right?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you come again, please?
Yeah, I said that in your impact form, you have mentioned SDG 13, climate action,
Yes.
SDG 17, partnership to achieve the goals, and SDG 15, life on land.
Yeah, indeed. For example, the SDG partnership in achieving a goal. For example, in this one, we had to partner with the different stakeholders. Like in this essence, it was us organizers with the, for example, this last activity, which was the cooking demonstrations. That one we did, it was us, the health department, and another organization which helped us with the recipes, which we call it investing in early years. So we had to partner together to make this a reality at the end like that. So indeed, that SDG is also presenting itself in the activities that we were able to do.
Happy, your presentation was great, and each and every the way you have presented all the points for all the activities are really good. I would just request you to again go through your presentation and see how many other SDGs you are covering, because I can clearly see from your presentation that there is much more work than you are doing that what you have mentioned in the form. So just one more time, could you just go through your presentation and tell us, like, not right now, but through MEDA or some other way of communication, that what all SDGs you cover?
Okay, fine. All right, I will really do that. Indeed, we can sample as many as our SDGs, of course. So I will really do that and submit. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so, as a token of your participation, we would like to certify you with the certificate of participation for conducting climate action activity at the POP Africa Fest, which is a global climate crusade event held on June 5th to June 30th. We'll share with you the certificate via email. Thank you for your participation.
Welcome. I appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And we'll stay connected to see, after a round of all the presentations, who all will be nominated for the next award, which is on August 20th. So we'll keep you informed. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much again. I'll always be here for all the updates that will come ahead, and I'll be cooperating for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Happy. Now I would like to request Jean to kindly come forward and share his presentation. Are you still connected with us? No? Yeah, he's trying to join. Are you with us, Jean? Yeah. Is your audio working? I can't see you connected through audio. Yeah, I think your audio is connected. Jean, can you hear us? Yeah, we saw your video. I think you are here. We can see your video. We have your presentation with us. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Allô, bonsoir. Allô, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, Jean.
J'ai la peine de connexion là à vous suivre. Aïe, aïe, aïe. J'ai quelques soucis de connexion. Apparemment, le retour n'est pas bon de votre côté.
Yeah. So Jean, would you like to go ahead?
In the waiting room.
What the hell is wrong with me? The church.
Est-ce que vous me suivez, s'il vous plaît? Allô?
Hello.
Oui, je suis Jean Baurel Atchombou.
I don't know what to do.
Ambassadeur.
You can record someone speaking and it converts the language.
Allô? Je ne parviens pas à défiler mon écran. Vous l'avez partagé, je ne parviens pas à défiler mon écran. Oui, en guise d'introduction, nous disons que la dégradation des terres est un phénomène mondial et plusieurs États sont touchés par ce phénomène de dégradation des terres. Et nous disons également que la déforestation des terres entraîne la réduction de la production alimentaire, un mauvais stockage de l'eau, une perte de la biodiversité, une dimension du carbone organique contenu dans le sol et une disparition de certains écosystèmes. La dégradation des terres donc, est marginale et manifeste dans toutes les zones climatiques. On estime qu'elle concourt à plus de 23% de la surface des terres mondiales et augmente un rythme annuel de 5 à 10 millions d'hectares. La dégradation des terres par le biais des activités humaines a un impact sur le bien-être humain à au moins 3,2 milliards de personnes, entraîne la planète vers une 6e extinction massive des espèces, des coûts plus de 10% du produit brut mondial annuel, une perte de biodiversité et des services écosystémiques. Les activités donc en lien avec la restauration des paysages dégradés, s'il vous plaît, l'écran, défilez, s'il vous plaît. Ce n'est pas moi qui défile mon écran, s'il vous plaît. Hello. Voilà. De manière indirecte, les coûts de la dégradation des terres touchent tout le monde. Et il y a une perte économique résultant de la disparition des écosystèmes en raison de la dégradation des terres et de la désertification qu'on a estimé à 6 milliards, soit 10 milliards de dollars, soit entre 870 et 1450 dollars par personne par an. Les facteurs sous-jacents à la dégradation des terres comprennent l'expansion des terres cultivées au détriment des pâturages et de la végétation indigène, les pratiques agricoles et forestières non durables, les modes de consommation à l'échelle mondiale et les changements climatiques, eux aussi, jouent un rôle prépondérant dans la dégradation des terres. D'autres facteurs contribuent à la dégradation, incluant l'urbanisation, le développement des infrastructures et les activités extractives, qui sont souvent aussi associées à des modifications du paysage. Nous nous sommes donc lancés dans les initiatives de restauration des paysages dégradés, d'où l'activité de plantation des zones à risque comme activité du 25. Nous avons donc élaboré les outils et les méthodes de plantation. S'il vous plaît, défilez. Les outils et les méthodes de plantation. Please. En termes d'outils et méthodes, please. Nous avons donc mis en œuvre des limites pour dégrader la croissance du couvert végétatif et plusieurs initiatives ont été mises en œuvre, parmi lesquelles nous avons la sensibilisation des communautés locales sur l'utilité de protéger la biodiversité, qui est une source vitale pour notre existence. La formation donc des communautés sur les techniques de production et de multiplication végétative des espèces à croissance rapide et d'une forte capacité de séquestration du carbone. Nous avons donc reboisé et sécurisé les sites à risque, donné la possibilité aux communautés locales sur les formations en entrepreneuriat vert. En termes donc de méthodes et outils utilisés pour la restauration des paysages dégradés, nous avons donc commencé la première activité par le désherbage. Next. Le premier outil et méthode, c'est l'élaboration de la carte de plantation. On ne peut pas faire un processus de reboisement ou de plantation d'arbres sans faire initialement la carte qui montre les limites du site où on doit reboiser. Et cette élaboration de la carte doit se faire de manière d'une approche participative qui inclut les communautés locales sur leur territoire afin qu'ils puissent suivre les plans qu'on a mis en œuvre dans les champs. Après avoir cartographié dans le site et les états des lieux, nous faisons les états de lieux des formes d'occupation du sol pour montrer ici en quelque sorte les différentes utilisations que le sol subit au fil du temps. Après cela, il était question donc de sensibiliser toutes les classes de population locales. Il est question d'inculquer la notion d'éducation environnementale aux communautés locales afin de les éduquer sur la conduite conjointe de l'agriculture et du reboisement, de l'entretien des plants dans leurs parcelles, mais aussi de leur montrer les valeurs écosystémiques de l'arbre dans leur milieu de vie. Next. Comme première activité, nous avons donc fait en quelque sorte le défrichage et le désherbage des sites arrosés. Le nettoyage d'un site facilite l'identification des limites de plantation, mais aussi l'implantation et la matérialisation des jalons pour la trésor. Next. La deuxième activité, next. La deuxième activité donc, est la préparation des jalons. Les jalons devant servir au piquetage de la parcelle devraient être préalablement collectés. Chaque jalon doit donc être au moins 2 mètres de hauteur et marqué d'un ruban de signalisation blanc-rouge afin d'être facilement identifiable à distance. Nous avons donc une image qui nous montre les différents piquets que nous avons mis sur le site à reboiser où nous devons planter les arbres. Next. Après donc la collecte des jalons, nous avons une seconde activité qui est la trouaison. La trouaison donc, et la fertilisation des trous consiste, comme activité de trouaison, consiste à faire des trous de dimension de 30 x 30 x 30 cm. Cette activité de fertilisation consiste à mélanger donc, dans un premier temps, le sol de la surface avec un compost avant de le mettre dans le trou et laisser le compost se dégrader pendant 5 jours avant la mise en terre des plantes. Nous avons donc 2 images qui nous montrent. La première nous montre la trouaison qui a été faite. La seconde image nous montre le compost qui était amendé au niveau du sol, qui est un élément nutritif pour la plante. Et il faut noter que pour chaque trou ici, il faut mettre une quantité de compost équivalent à 2,5 kg. Next. Après la trouaison, donc, nous passons à la plantation proprement dite. Et la plantation ici proprement dite, elle se constitue en 2 étapes. La première étape est le choix de l'espèce. Le choix des espèces pour la restauration des paysages est fonction des objectifs à atteindre, mais aussi de la croissance rapide, de l'adaptativité au pays et de la capacité de stockage du carbone par les plantes afin de limiter les effets du changement climatique. Nous avons donc 2 images qui nous montrent les différentes espèces que nous avons utilisées pour la plantation et le reboisement dans notre zone. La première espèce, c'est le Podocarpus, qui a des valeurs assez pour le bois d'œuvre pour les communautés locales. Et nous avons le pin, qui sont des 2 espèces à croissance rapide qui favorisent non seulement le microclimat de la zone, mais également qui croît de manière exponentielle dans notre région, qui est principalement la région de l'Ouest Cameroun. Next. Après la mise en terre dans des plans, nous avons des images suivantes qui nous montrent les différents procédés de plantation que nous avons effectués. Next. Please, next. Hello. Please, next. Hello.
It's over. This was the last slide.
Yes, last slide. Ici, donc, nous avons
Yes.
des images qui nous présentent. Ici, nous avons des images qui nous présentent les différents plantings que nous avons effectués. Et on note en activité que nous avons mis en terre 3000 plants pour cette année. Et les 3000 plants sont constitués essentiellement des espèces de Polocapus, des espèces de pin, des espèces de bambou de Chine, des espèces comme le balaka, le moabi et des espèces principalement forestières. Nous avons donc des photos qui nous montrent ici les différentes techniques que nous utilisons au quotidien. La première nous montre la protection maritime. La deuxième nous montre le recyclage de la matière plastique pour produire des pavés écologiques. La troisième nous montre les différents procédés de multiplication végétative du bambou de Chine. Et ici, quand on parle de multiplication du bambou de Chine, il est question au préalable de prendre des tiges de bambou, des boutures à écartement d'1 mètre de distance, où nous mettons aux extrémités des bousses de vaches humides pour les disposer de manière convexo-concave sur des planches de germination de dimension 1,8 m. Lorsqu'on met les boutures des planches, il est donc question pour chaque bouture d'éviter que les nœuds du bambou de Chine se croisent et on recouvre ce bambou de Chine, ces boutures, d'un substrat fiente, bouse de vache et de la terre noire. Lorsqu'on recouvre ce substrat qu'on a préalablement fait, on le couvre et on l'humidifie avec de l'eau. Le processus donc de germination de ces boutures, c'est un processus progressif allant de 3 mois pour qu'on ait des tiges de bambou, les nouveaux plants qui ont germé. Nous avons donc une autre donc, qui montre les sites de danger à restaurer dans notre zone. Et les sites de danger ici, à l'ouest Cameroun, sont nombreux parce que nous sommes dans les hauts plateaux de l'ouest et nous avons un objectif principal de procéder à la sécurisation de ces sites, à la revégétalisation de ces sites et à une gestion durable des ressources qui s'y trouvent. Je vous remercie pour votre aimable attention.
Thank you, Jean, for this great presentation. So we have some language barriers, we understand. So we are communicating with you in English, but there is a live transcript that is going on. If you click on the CC button at the bottom, you can see the full transcription of whatever you mention in your language. And for others who are watching and were not able to understand French, can also see the live transcript. So thank you so much for the great presentation. We understand that you have been conducting tree plantation activities, and the way you mentioned about the tools and the methods that you have been using to first create awareness, then do some training sessions, and then conduct the reforestation exercises is the best way or the methodology to use to make the people aware why they are doing what they are doing. I have again the same question from you. So apart from taking climate action, do you also wish to cover any other SDGs? And if you are able to understand my question.
Allô?
Yes.
Je n'ai pas bien suivi la question, please.
Okay.
Allô?
On va lire le chat, s'il vous plaît.
J'ai bien suivi. Elle demande que sur quel ODD nous impactons le plus. J'espère que c'est ça. Allô? Allô? Nous impactons le plus sur l'ODD de réduction de la pauvreté pour les communautés locales, puisque nous accompagnons les communautés locales dans le processus de formation qui permet à ce que la communauté puisse produire ses propres plans à la maison et qu'ils puissent les commercialiser au niveau des marchés, peut-être dans les grands projets de restauration des paysages.
So, Jane, as a token of appreciation, we would like to award you with a certificate of participation in the category of conducting climate action activity at the POP Africa Fest 2022, a POP Global Climate Crusade event, which held from June 5 to June 30th. And we will share with you your certificate via email, and also we'll keep you updated and posted about the nomination for the next award, which is going to be in the month of August. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So for all the other participants, we had 3 presentations today and we finished 2. The third one has connectivity issues, so we can't do it today. We might reschedule his presentation for the next day. So we will now meet on Monday around the same time, where we have already 5 presentations planned and more to come based on the agenda and based on the number of people who fill up the impact form. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll stay connected.
Thank you.